Hello, hello. We're going to go live a few minutes early because why not? It's my world. Everyone's just here. How's everybody doing? Patty, you have a link in Instagram. How are all my loves doing today? Let's see. Hey, Raven. Hey, Papa. Croc. Tex. The Pate. How is everybody doing? How am I feeling? I have felt better. And I am usually pretty good with surgeries. This one has been a rough. Geez, I guess it's been exactly 1 week today since the knee surgery. Hey, Paul, you heard? I am glad you're still alive. Yeah. So it was a rough. Hey, Nigel, how are you, darling? How are you? How are you, Nigel? Yeah. The surgery wasn't nearly. It was rough, but it was a different rough than my other surgeries. It was supposed to be a scope. Generally, the last couple knee scopes I've had. Like, I think I had one on a Monday and I went to prom on Friday. I mean, like, I was good. But this one, they decided to nerve block the femoral nerve before surgery, which, okay. So when I woke up from surgery and they're like, you can walk on it. Nigel, yeah, Nigel, that's what I am explaining. Yeah, no, so they did a femoral nerve block. And I was like, okay. So when I woke up from surgery, the surgeon's like, yeah, you can walk on it. Like, here's crutches, but like, you can walk on it and use it. Whatever, as long as it feels good. I'm like, okay, cool. But that part of my brain did not work when it came to being like, oh, okay, yeah, well, part of my shin's still numb from that femoral nerve block. So I'm probably not feeling all the pain. So I think I did a little too much walking on day 1 and 2. I'm like, oh, I feel great. I woke up on day 3 and that nerve block had worn off. And oh Lord, was that a rude wake up. No, Raven, it wasn't an age. It was we nerve blocked it and Loki's an idiot. And so I was like, I'm good. Walked around the house Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was like, well, not Monday and Tuesday, but like day 1 and 2. Day 3, I was like, oh, nope, no. All of that, no. So that was not fun. I'm waiting for Patty to pop in backstage. I sent her a link on the Instagrams. So I'm waiting for the Patty to pop up because it is relevant to some of this week. So yeah, that was fun. Oh, there's the Patty. Okay, we have a Patty.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, so like I said, that was a rude awakening. We're gonna nerve block this. Loki runs around, day 1 and 2, and like, oh, this isn't bad at all. Day 3, that nerve block wore off. I was like, oh, hot damn. Yeah, I regretted. But here's where I regretted everything more. Some of you know, some of you don't know, because I had a live scheduled that I was MIA for. Um, I did get, Patty got a hold of me. I'm not exactly sure what was told to people, so we're going to cover this quickly. As you guys know, a year ago, a little more about a year and a half ago, I lost my dad. Just over a year ago. And it was really hard on me. And I don't know if you guys remember, I said, the other omnipresent person in my life growing up was who my kids call Uncle Odie, or was always known as Uncle Odie or just Odie to me. And when my father passed away, the way that you guys got the address for the funeral home is Patty happens to know Odie as well. The way
Yep.
the way Patty knows Odie, Odie was my godfather. He had known my dad for 40 something years. They were presidents and board members at the gun club together. Odie was one of my first shooting coaches. He was the #1 parole officer for the state in the county. And if you saw Odie not during Christmas season, this was the man you hid from and did not want to see in a dark alley. Big Harley biker tatted. His fingers are tatted. The neck was tatted. I mean, there was no spare skin. Tatted up. Big Harley biker. And he always had the probationers that were the high risk, high trouble. Nobody else is. Hey, Claude, no one else is going to be safe with this person. Parole probationees. At one point, I do believe he was undercover with one of the 1%er motorcycle clubs. But once, Odie was also a paramedic. He was, I think, the oldest practicing paramedic in Pennsylvania. Odie was also a member of the Blue Knights, which is the law enforcement motorcycle group. The Blue Knights. Not only was Odie a chapter president, he was the national chaplain for a period of time. Region chaplain still. And the day I was supposed to go live, I did not go live because I had gotten a phone call from Odie's wife, Jeannie, that there had been an incident and I needed to come down to the hospital immediately. And it was just like it was a year ago when I shut my computer midstream when my mom called about my dad and ran out the door. My dumbass isn't allowed to be driving, can barely walk, even with crutches. So I had to have Boom, who was downstairs with the kids, drive me to the hospital to find out that very suddenly he had been totally fine. He was hit with what is known as Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is progressive paralysis from the feet up. It's an autoimmune thing. And he cardiac arrested and was on a ventilator in the ICU. So that's where I spent the next couple days. And as I called Patty the other night and told her, we had to let him go. So, it's been a week.
Loki's had a very bad week.
One of the people I loved most in the world was diagnosed with cancer. I had surgery. And oh my godfather, who other than Papa, who's here someplace probably napping, or who's here, I saw him.
Well, he was gonna nap though and just turn up volume. So wake up, Papa.
No, yeah, Papa's right here, but other than Papa was Odie, and I had to say goodbye. So, it's been a week. It has been a week. And you know what? This year can fuck off. So, yeah, that's where I've been. I'd hoped to be back sooner to streaming, but apparently the world had other plans for Loki. So, it's been a week. Oh yes, and Micro is sick and has a respiratory infection and has spent the past several nights puking because she has coughed so much. Paul, I swear to God, you are going to go for eye surgery on the 18th, and you are going to come home and you are going to send me a message that you are okay, because I swear to God I will drive to New Jersey. Even if I'm not allowed to. Loki has had enough, so you will be okay. I have spoken. Loki is done. Loki done broke. Loki is done. So, although Patty, I will say, I was talking to the lovely Mrs. Odie, and
How's Jeannie?
Jeannie's good.
Good.
Jeannie's doing good. Not only is Jeannie, Jeannie's doing good. She's doing good. She's doing, I mean, good and bad. Her Facebook page is highly inundated. I know the Blue Knights put it out to the national chapter and everything. she and I had a discussion because we're planning his celebration. Odie, much like me and everybody else that knows Odie didn't do sad. Odie was like, hand me the bottle of whiskey and let's ride, bitches. That was pretty much
Well,
Odie.
isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Right, so Odie wanted the celebration of life to be planned.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Patty, we have gotten estimates anywhere from 100 people to 700 people.
That does not surprise me.
Because almost every chapter of the Blue Knights, it looks like, is trying to organize a ride to come out for it. Yeah. I mean, I know this region, all the Blue Knights for this whole region are going to be there. I was like, what in the hell? How much alcohol? Jesus Christ.
This needs to bring your own bottle.
We have passed to bring your own bottle. It looks like we're gonna have a very small, like, little family celebration first, and then they're gonna open it up because, oh Lord, Micro and Minnie are just. That was Micro's person.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the first one to hold her, and he's a big giant Odie holding a little 3-pound Micro. She was always by his
Mhm.
side and with the dogs, and that was his person. And that little girl had him wrapped. The whole world was scared of him, but she walked in and he's like, "Oh, princess!" Off goes Odie and the little one. So um, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with like 400 people at a celebration of life, other than have 400 drunk police officers.
It sounds like the party I had at my house one time.
We're gonna have like 400 drunk cops. I don't even know. I was like, I don't. And she's been very upset. I mean, obviously she's very upset. Both kids are. But she's a little more vicious about it. Speaking of general silliness, viciousness, and oh, what in the hell? Oh wait, where's Croc? Croc, are you here? Patty, send Croc the link because this is going to be a strange discussion. A very strange. And I'm very confused. And maybe the two of you will be able to explain this to me. Raven, I'm going to be sitting in a corner with my own whiskey telling everyone to go fluff off. Because that's about how well that's going to go. I don't like people, let alone that many people. Croc, Patty should send you a link.
It takes me a second. I'm not as fast as he is on technology stuff.
I'm not as fast on anything right now. Y'all are lucky I'm alive and awake. I've had a sick child that I've had a sick child that's been puking every night from coughing. The problem is the cough medicine wears off, so in the middle of the night she starts coughing, then she pukes, then she wakes me up.
Sorry.
So, hey, W2 report. How are you doing, Sanjay?
Sanjay, buddy.
So, come on, Croc. Let's appear. Because when you hear the next two things, y'all are going to laugh at me. Y'all are going to laugh at me, and you can all blame Boom for for most of it, but y'all can blame Boom. Just telling you right now. Boom's over Twitch. Boom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because, so how we've had some discussions, Patty, in the past where I've been like, this shit just done. Oh, wait, here's Croc. Hold on. Okay. So, you know how, like, in the past, I've been like, we done jumped the shark?
Yeah.
Well, everybody needs to blame Boom because, hey, Andrea, they forced me to watch Monsternado.
What?
You heard me.
A monster. They made you watch a
Monsternado.
monster. What?
Monsternado. Hey, Mayor Ranch, I love you too. And I was like, is this like Sharknado? Oh my god, it is like literally 3 things past Sharknado. We have jumped Sharknado.
You're gonna fight me.
It has prehistoric things on top of sharks in the tornado. There was a pterodactyl, an alligator. I think that's what it was called, isn't it? Hold on, wait. Monsternado? They made me watch this goddamn thing. Yep, Monsternado. As the Bermuda Triangle erupts with magnetic pulses, forcing spirals of prehistoric beasts to the surface.
I know you can't see me and you can't hear me, but I'm sitting here shaking my head back and forth, going, "Good Lord!"
This is yes, Andrea. Oh, sweet Jesus! This we have long jumped the shark. When you have taken Sharknado and like Sharknado 3, and now added dinosaurs, like Jurassic Park and Sharknado, had a love child, and it didn't end up on Law Talk with Mike. It ended up on FX TV.
Oh no.
Might have
Yep,
been
yeah.
funnier on Law Talk with Mike.
Law Talk with Mike was funny enough because he's in Tokyo, and listening to that man be delirious because of the time change and trying to make sense of a sovereign citizen. I think it was earlier today or last night was epic.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. It was great.
Last name was
No,
literally epic.
Paul, you don't even need sharks with freaking laser beams. This is Jurassic Park Sharknado. The hell did Boom and everybody find? No. Oh my god. Like,
Leave it,
what are you
leave
doing?
it to Boom. She's
Big
awesome.
Bravo tells you just how terrible they are.
Andrea,
That's
that
what I
was
hear.
hilarious. Hello, I love Raven. Raven's like, yeah, it's Monsternado. You know what? We're gonna end up having a Discord watch party because let me tell you, this stupid shit this in the first 5 minutes of this movie, there were prehistoric Sharknado, a an FBI agent posing as a hooker, but I would have put money on it was Katya the drag queen. And then 2 other law enforcement officers supposedly dressed like hookers going after some Australian dude in a dominatrix, and then the giant octopus tried to eat them all. Yeah.
Okay, I think I know where Boom was going with this. She wanted to see if she could scare the crap out of you with insanity.
No, they all died laughing, and they came up with something else they're going to try to force me to watch, apparently. So that apparently we're doing Monsternado's a thing. You know what else I learned besides Monsternado? Um, m- eh, Tex on the Miraculous Ladybug. The game, the video game that Micro loves is on Steam, and I was forced to buy it, and they are making me play it on stream. They are making Loki stream a video game.
Why not? Something wrong with that?
Really? Me. Me.
Yeah, you don't play games much.
Right. So making me. Oh, it's not my fault. Krakow can turn his shit off.
What? don't have anything going on in the background.
Oh, it says I'm echoing Loki through Lord Krakow.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can fix that.
But yeah. They're like, you have to play this online. Why? Why? But yes, apparently I'm going to be video game streaming at some point because this is going to end well. None of this is going to end well. But yeah. So that. But all the things that were supposed to happen earlier this week had to get pushed back a week because, you know, people had to go die on me. And I'm getting real sick of this shit. So Claude Simeon of all people would be very excited with what is going to pop up on the new Patreon as options for things. There's going to be interesting options on new Patreon. There's going to be some interesting video stuff coming up. There's going to be some interesting trial stuff we're going to come up and do because right now I'm stuck at home thanks to surgery. I have my follow-up on Monday. We know the surgery didn't work. So
Oh, ouch.
well, we thought it was what they call a true knee lock because I couldn't straighten it or bend it the whole way. And they thought it was a chunk of cartilage in there. And it was what they call a true lock. When they got in there, they drained almost 500 cc's of fluid from my knee.
Ouch. That's not good. That is not good.
Claude, the Patreon is not live yet. It will be in a couple days. But the Patreon will have interesting options for some of you that have asked for them. So they drained all the fluid. He picked out a couple pieces of cartilage. It appears that it was not torn cartilage locking my knee. It was what they call a fake lock, like a pseudo lock, which does not mean like, oh, I'm just not moving it because it hurts that I'm taking it. It means it's not mechanically locked from like a piece of bone. But it looks like I probably tore part of the patellar tendon or something. And it's mechanically locking it with my kneecap being in the wrong place.
Oh dear. That is very ungood.
Yeah, that's not fun, Loki.
Yeah, I've already had what they call an MPFL reconstruction on the left side, and it sucked. So I don't want to do that on the right. Claude, they probably will be interesting enough for some people because one of the options that's going to show up on Patreon is going to be access to some of the original Maxim photos.
Ooh. Okay.
That have been recovered. Patty, thank you. Patty's gifted memberships. Patty's being the membership fairy. Congrats to any Patreon from the lovely.
I gotta be ahead of Mayor. It's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of them, the original Maxim photographs have been recovered. And I decided that I was going to take the power away from the person that thought they were going to be funny and try to get them out before I could. So I said, screw it. I'll release them myself.
Oh yeah, that would be a thing. He can't exactly hold it over you if it's not there to be held.
Right, you can't hold it over me if it's not there to be held. I would also like to point out in general, I'm sure the person that has it, or that threatened me with it, is probably listening or will at some point. Look, you can call my names and all that fun stuff, but if you think I'm going to be embarrassed about being in my underwear in a magazine that was published to hundreds of thousands of people, you're wrong. I made good money. I was wearing my clothes, and I still am built like that. So I'm good. So you can take your little drama whore self and go focus it back on your other little friends. Your little trying to call people out you shouldn't be trying to call out. But
Well, stupid is as stupid does, right?
stupid is as stupid does, and when we get bored, we decide to like to pot meet kettle and call people names, and we didn't like being called out when we got caught, so we're gonna try to hold things up in my head. Look, if you're an auditor, if you're somebody whose entire life is just debunking the auditors or having hate channels devoted to, like, I don't care. Like, you do you, boo. Y'all do you, boo. Don't go up on your channel and call me the C word if you claim you and I are okay. You're another person I have an issue with. Don't be calling names. I fight back. But no, I got an email. Someone's like, I found these pictures. And I'm like, cool, I'll put them up on my Patreon. I don't give a flying fuck. Look, I'm 38 years old, and I still look better than most 18-year-olds in a bikini. So cool. I'm good. Doesn't upset me, doesn't embarrass me. Not sure why I'm supposed to be upset by that. Patty, why am I supposed to be upset by this?
I don't know.
I just don't get it.
Well, maybe it's they think they can embarrass you. A lot of women don't seem to like having their privacy run through.
It's not my privacy. Maxim paid me good money for those pictures.
Yes.
And
Which
I was
means
on
it's actually Maxim that's going to have that would be the people to blackmail or extort, not you.
But I'm just saying, like, okay. Oh, you found my calendar pictures when I was a calendar month. I don't care.
I'd have to go looking for them first, really.
Nobody has to, like, go look for anything. I still run around in my Hollister Daisy Dukes that I wore in high school. Logan, I'm only 38. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm really old. I'm sorry. Logan, I am old, and I am old and expired. I'm sorry, darling. Hey, Thomas. How you doing, Lauren? How you doing, love? Yeah, yeah, Navy texture in the Navy, you don't get embarrassed. Somebody actually thought it would be funny. They thought they would get Jay and embarrass him with those pictures of me, and his exact words were, and this was like years ago. He was like, "You're jerking off in a barracks room to it. I get to go home to it."
Oh, yikes!
Andrea, you're 43. Logan, I have not. I have not seen you. Gandalf does not bother. Have you seen my Papa? Go look at Papa's picture. He's got his lovely beard.
None of you is scary. I'm sorry.
Claude, for my work history, you assumed I was a few years older. No, Claude, I am not. I am not. I'm an 80s baby. But yeah, no, I weigh less than I did as a senior in high school. I still have a six pack. I had a six pack the day I delivered my kid. Patty's seen the picture to prove it. I gained 0 weight, and I wore my pre-pregnancy jeans, and I kept my six pack all the way up until I delivered.
Wow.
So,
yeah, she was one of those girls. We love her, but we wanted to hate her. But we love her.
We adore our Loki, but I know there were a great many women in the world that would absolutely hate that.
Oh, they all do. I can't tell you how many people are like, oh, I still get this. And I don't, everyone, Richard, how are you? Oh my God, hey, Richard, I needed you the other day. Richard, we need you the other day to, like, translate a tattoo on the tattoo series I was doing. We needed you. We're gonna have to dig that one out and bring it back up. I just don't. Ironically, like someone went up to Minnie and they were like, "Was this your mom?" He was like, "Yeah."
And
Okay, what?
Yeah.
She still looks like that. Like standing out there in Daisy Dukes and a bikini top. Yeah, so Navy, ironically, this weekend we weren't able to make it because of the knee injury and my surgery. There was an Albuquerque reunion in New York. We're holding the next one next year in Pittsburgh, but the SSN 706 Albuquerque Boars were a band. Yeah, so I'm gonna let them free in New York this weekend. That's not good. Oh, Albuquerque boys.
Oh, you
Y'all are
guys are
trouble.
deluded.
Thomas, my love. Oh, people can hate me. People hate me all the time. I give people good reasons. I don't really care what your reason for hating me.
Hello, Darth Hideous.
Never know what kind of Darth Hideous. Yeah, you never know what kind of stranger you're gonna find in the lair. We see you. Hey, Loki and gang. I saw you and Cody and everybody in some of the Ricada. Everybody exposing Ricada stuff. I saw you guys in the chats. Yeah, no, but we didn't. Oh, thank you, Mayor McCrunch. But yeah, no, so yeah, no. What kind of strains you're gonna find in the lair? You're gonna find lots of fun strains in the lair, but you're also about to find that on Patreon, you guys are finally gonna be able to see the Maxim pictures. Richard, message me, email me. I'm here. Call me. You can be broken with me. GMK, how are you? I have missed everybody. So, Navy text, tell him to text me. You can give him my number to text me. But yeah. Ricada could do Coke and Hose.
I don't think he would actually do the second. The first, I could see.
No, he did. If you took the one audio, you could hear someone's head smacking off the underside of a desk.
Oh, jeez.
Richard, better that than seeing a naked woman walk across the back of the screen while you're live streaming.
Yikes!
No, they were in the corner. They were in the corner. Richard, you are allowed to bother me any day.
Oh, Loki, remind me. I need to talk to you very briefly after the stream.
Okay.
Squirrel, that's not going to work because W2 Reports needs to talk to you right after the stream.
So what? He'll wait 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Jesus, people. But no. So I am going to end this in a few minutes. Wait. Ooh, Elsie doesn't seem to be clued in on all the gross. Oh. Yeah. Darth, it's painful. But Raven, you don't know how Maxim picks are blackmail. Raven, those aren't the only things that they thought they were going to try to embarrass me with. But the reality of it is, I openly said once I hit 1,000, I would very gladly show everybody me at the range in Daisy Dukes. I don't care. Yeah, I'm 38 and 5'11" and 135 pounds and a size 0.
She's built, people. She don't care.
Yep.
They can
I'm built like I'm built exactly like I say I am. There are several people that have met me in person. And lots of people have seen me in person. Nope, I'm built exactly like this. I look what I do. I'm not photoshopped. I'm good. It doesn't bother me. And someone asked me in this, and this is how I know one of the people really didn't know me. They're like, "Well, what's your dad gonna think?" I'm like, well, my father's dead, so there's that. But just so y'all know, on the Maxim shoot, my you have to have a chaperone. Funny thing, if you never have ever been in that situation or known someplace, when you do things like Maxim, Sports Illustrated, calendars, any of that stuff, if you're a female, you have to have a male chaperone. It is required because then there can't be allegations. Logan, 38 and 5'11". This is YouTube, right? Yes, I am 38. I am 5'11" and 135-ish pounds and a size 0. So yes.
It still makes you a little on the light side there, Loki. I keep telling you that.
What?
I keep telling you that's still a little on the light side.
Oh, I'm way on the light side. I'm a size 0. My waist is like 21 and a half, 22 inches. I'm not big. When I when I met what's her name? Our lovely art child. My brain just blanked. The one in college up by you, Croc.
Basil.
Amanda. When I saw Basil. Yeah, Amanda. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I met her in person, she went, "Oh, holy hell, you're really that tall." Yes. Like I don't think people actually realize how tall someone that's 5'11", like a female. Yes, it's usually the model's agent, the bodyguard. Yes, you have to have a chaperone. My dad went with me. My dad was my chaperone that day, and when they're like, "We need you to adjust her boobs," my dad was like, "Okay." My dad was the first person to be like, "You look fat." That bikini does nothing for your boobs. Like, my dad was the first person to be like, "No, you don't look good in that. I don't know what you're seeing in the mirror, but that's not it." Patty. Oh, Logan, you want to know? Okay, wait, hold on, Logan. Do I have a tiny Glock hand, or am I a 1911 girl? Sweetheart,
can I
Logan,
tell him?
darling. Oh no, hold on. Sweetheart, darling, baby. I'm a diehard, double stacked 1911 lady. I generally carry a Para Ordnance P14, double stacked 1911 full size. But one of my EDCs is a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. If you go look on my Instagram, you can see me with my Desert Eagle.
Oh yes.
I EDC a DE.
Yeah, Loki and the Deagle. It's a thing.
Yeah, Loki. No, sweetheart. Mine's Darth. Mine's not a 45. Mine's a 50. 50 AE. I have a 44 mag too.
Darth, if she's gonna make a hole, she's gonna make a very, very easily identifiable hole.
Yeah, the EDC is generally my 44 mag DE, but lately the 50 has been out a lot. Shut up, Loki, you're flirting with Patty. Logan, you're not allowed to flirt with my Patty. She's mine.
He can flirt all he wants.
You're still mine. Darth, yeah, that's what you meant. Yeah. No, I am Darth, I've always had the 50. Darth, I've always had the 50. My 50 is one of the Israeli-made ones.
Those are the good ones. Some of the ones that are made now, not so much.
I'm still trying to get past the thought of Mayor McNome.
Yeah, the Magnum Research ones.
With someone who's 5'11", and all I'm seeing is, a gnome humping a Jolly Green Giant.
Oh, Papa's there's a fight in the chat for you, Patty.
Yeah, well, I've already told Papa ever make it out there to New Mexico, we're getting married.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna drag your ass out there to visit him.
Let me get through the next 10 days, and then it'll be on like Donkey Kong.
That's fine. I'll come down there in the next 10 days if I got to. So, I'm gonna set up for tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got a lot of gun stuff to cover and talk about, and some of the upcoming stuff, and we're gonna go through a bunch of that tomorrow. So I'm gonna set up a live for that, and then we're gonna have a nice schedule. You showed off my concealment belt. I had the 44 mag DE, the 45 1911 under the same shirt. That was a crazy day. Yeah, Darth. Ironically, I'm going to be doing that again, but we're gonna play the game of what is Loki concealing, carrying. Hey, Pat, how are you doing, darling? What am I concealing, carrying, and holding in some Hollister Daisy Dukes and a real tight top?
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, we are going to see who can guess. We're going to see who can guess what Loki's carrying. And well, wait.
Longer than your legs. Why does he walk with a thump, thump, thump? Oh, that's his deagle.
Yep.
Sorry, hey, but I do have to say, yeah, I had like 19 items. Yeah, I did have like the knife, multiple spare magazines, and everyone's always like, I don't get this. But I actually have one. You guys are gonna like this one. I have a very low cut, form fitting red gown, like fancy dress, and we're going to see what I can conceal in a dress with a thigh-high slit. Backless dress. Let's go. We're going with the gown. We have some interesting outfits that have been chosen for what can Loki conceal under that. Oh, it could be fun.
It's a good guessing game. How many items is Loki armed with this time?
Well, I had the burgundy, like it's a bias cut, like silk halter gown.
Okay then.
Like, oh yeah, and it's totally like backless, and everyone's like, "Are you gonna be able to conceal that?" Bet. It has become a game.
I can imagine some ways you could do that.
No, none of these are indecent, but it's still funny.
A professional coward.
So, yeah, we're gonna have fun. But before I got, I'm gonna run. I have a little first in the morning. Like I said, I have a doctor's appointment. I'm gonna set up the stream. It's gonna be tomorrow evening. Everybody, get everybody here. Get all the gun people here, and I'll be back on screen. Face and all the lights are set up, so you guys are gonna get to see me on screen for the first time in a while.
For the first time in quite a while.
Darth, I don't have an OnlyFans, but you can if you're like really that excited to see half naked me. You can on Patreon. But I will talk to you all later. I love you all. Love you all. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Oh, okay.